How you doing? My name is Mark Boseju. As many of you know, I'm currently working on a book. First of all, I would like to extend my thanks and gratitude. Um, the anticipation has been nothing short of incredible. There's nothing more I can say, but thank you for your continued support. Currently, I'm in part three. There are currently 5 parts in the book. Um, Now, the title of the book is called Words on High. And Words on High is currently a book that has all my best poetry collection, about 37 pieces, all compiled into one into one whole book, basically to explain, motivate, and entertain the reader. This is unique because many of you are thinking that it may be an autobiography. Um, to tell you up front, this is not an autobiography. Who knows how many more things I have to go through in life? So it's by no means just an autobiography. However, there are some points from my childhood that I explained in part two. So it's partly an autobiography, but it's mostly an inspiration of all the poems that I've written and the events that led to those poems. Um, Like I mentioned beforehand, the book is split into 5 parts. The first part is the background, which talks about the history of um, my parents' homeland, which is Haiti, my background, where they grew up. Um, Haiti's history is also included in the book. Um, and then after that, there's also um, my father's background. Many of you, especially those of you who are from New York, knew who my father was, and basically, this is a chance for you to get to really know him, know his background, and my mother's background as well. And part two is um, basically about me growing up in New York and the events that led to me moving down here to Atlanta, Georgia. Um, and part three deals with encouragement and motivation. So these are the poems that are supposed to encourage and motivate the reader into wanting to live better in their life, wanting to be a better person in their lives, and to learn to rely on Jesus Christ so they can learn to be a better person for themselves. And part four is about relationships, love and women, the poems that deal with love and that deal with relationships and how are you supposed to treat your mate. And part five is just the rest of the poems. I put that under miscellaneous because they explain different topics. Basically, these are the poems that explain um, many different events that happened throughout the course of history or throughout the course of since the new millennium began. Um, and basically, I want to take this time to go ahead and explain the concept behind MAB. I know many of you are wondering why would I just use my initials all the time after every poem. It basically started 4 years ago, 3 years ago. Um, MAB does stand for my initials, Mark Arthur Beausejour, but I also wanted it to mean something else. When you read my poems, I wanted MAB to stand for motivating other people, motivating people whose faith are not yet solidified through Jesus Christ or solidified through themselves. So basically, MAB also stands for motivating aspiring believers. Um, so anytime you read a poem and you see MAB at the end, don't just think of my name. Think about what it stands for, which is motivating aspiring believers. Because that's my main goal is to motivate my readers and help them understand through my poems and through my past experiences um, how to live their lives and how they can improve their lives, how they can be a better person tomorrow. Because I'm really concerned about the future and the youth for the future. And um, some I want to answer some frequently asked questions. Um, some of you may be asking, overall, what is the point of the book? Um, there is really no main point, but what I want to emphasize is that um, this book in particular is basically has been a lifelong dream of mine. Um, I didn't know I'd start it so soon, but um, looking at the way the world is today, I feel it was about time. It was time for me to write the book, and it was time for me to do something different, to um, to open people's eyes, but do it in a uniquely innovative way. So, um, and it's because of you. It's because of the the awesome feedback I have um, from my friends, my brothers and sisters in Christ, my audience. Um, if it wasn't for your feedback on the poems that I usually read to you or post on Facebook, um, this dream would not have been recognized. Um, so basically, um, in response to why I'm writing this book is because it is basically since my friends have read the book, I've received positive feedback. I believe God is telling me to take the next step to sell the book to people that don't know me, and for them to get to know me in an entirely different perspective, not only as the son of a deacon or as an athlete or as a regular average Joe, but as an author and as a poet, which is um, what I want which is the image that I want to portray in people. Um, Many poets that come and go in life, you see Langston Hughes, Robert Frost, Maya Angelou. Um, these are poets that solidified their identity through their writings, and many people were touched by their writings. So um, I feel like God is telling me to go that same direction and to, to change the course or change the way that we live through my writings. And I believe that this is the direction He wants me to go to. Um, you know, another frequently asked question may be, when will the book be completed? Um, I know that the book should be completed altogether in mid-May. Um, and after that, all I'll have to do is look for some pictures and try to make a picture section of the book. Altogether, the book should range around 130 to 150 pages at most. Not a very long book, but um, a lot of inspiration in there. And um, once again, you will be touched by the poetry if you haven't read them. And there will also be a couple poems that I haven't posted on Facebook. So there's also some new poems as well. So many of you readers may be in for a surprise. Um, and currently, I'm looking for a publisher. So um, at the second or third checkpoint video, I will let you know who the publisher is and how you can help raise money to help me pay for the publisher. In return, um, we will definitely see if we can issue out the books. We'll make sure that the people who assisted in helping me pay the publishers get the books either at a discount or for free. We will make sure that they get the printed copy of the books with an autograph. I know some people request my autograph. I'll make sure to do the best I can to make sure it has my autograph in it. Um, but once again, not to steal glory from God or anything, but um, this poetry book is going to be the first of many. Um, hopefully, um, I I do hope that I change people's lives with this book. I'm in no means looking for it to be a bestseller or anything. That is not my purpose in life, to try to outdo anybody, but rather I want to encourage people, and I know the power of media has taken over the world nowadays. We have television, internet. Um, you have many different ways people pass their message across: videos, music, and rapidly the amount of people reading the book nowadays